1945, there was a 10-year-old singer in the U.S. who entered a talent show, and he did horribly and came in 5th. And he was Elvis Presley.
Oh, how about that?
So he was a shitty singer when he was 10.
Maybe
Apparently.
it's because he was singing black music and the racist white judges didn't appreciate it.
Oh, come on. It wasn't 2020. It was back when people were level-headed.
I don't know if level-headed would be the right word for it. Segregation is almost as bad as what it is now.
Speaking of race relations, on October 3rd, 1995, former running back and sports broadcaster O.J. Simpson was found not guilty of killing his wife and her lover.
What year was that?
1995.
1995. I was trying to get my or I was going back to school to get my high school diploma.
And O.J. Simpson was being found not guilty of murdering his wife.
That's right. I remember that very well. I wasn't allowed to learn that day. We had to sit down and watch it.
Yeah, man. I watched the whole trial. I liked it.
If the glove does not fit, you must acquit.
That worked. That shit worked.
It certainly did. No denying that.
That's
worked
all it
flawlessly.
took. The trial was won right there. Unbelievable.
Fucking real.
What else do I have on this list? Because I thought they were really fun. I got some Canadian specific ones that I'll save for a minute because they're really exciting.
Cool.
But a notable birthday, I wrote this down just for you. Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Oh, his birthday's today.
Birthday today.
Oh, very nice. Happy belated birthday. Well, happy birthday. It's not even belated yet.
Now where were the... Oh, on this day, here's a couple that I thought were really, really cool. In 1613, the first English child was born in Canada.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Did they have his name?
I didn't look. It was in Newfoundland, so it's probably mixed something.
Oh.
And weird and not understandable. The other one that I thought was really fascinating, in the year 1733, in our lovely open-minded world of Canada, the right to keep slaves was upheld by the Supreme Court of Canada.
Really?
Really?
Shit.
So there you go. In 1733, we were no better than anybody else. We are now, but back then we weren't.
Oh, just so you know, that the first English child, his name was Jonathan Guy.
Yeah, of course it was.
Son of Newfoundland settler Nicholas Guy.
If you've ever hung out with anyone from Newfoundland, that's the first thing out of their mouth. Hey, guy.
Hey, Guy. Hey, Guy.
Hey,
now
Guy.
we know why. It's after Jonathan.
So that was all. A bunch of... Oh, there was something else about... There was something about Hitler. Oh, on this day, Hitler announced that Russia was broken and they were never going to make a comeback ever. They would never be a world power again. He called that in like the 40s. Fucking Elvis lost a singing contest. That's hilarious.
That is really awesome. Gotta admit.
So that's about it that happened on this day that I thought was super interesting. I'll throw out a couple more random facts that I learned today along the way that I thought were really cool. As we go along, I'll spit them out. The first one that before we move on, because on the Canada thing, if you wanted to walk around Canada, if you didn't stop at all, you took no breaks for rest or food, it would take you 4.5 years.
That's just walking from coast to coast?
Yeah, walking around like the circumference.
So walking the perimeter of Canada.
Yeah, if you were to walk the perimeter, it'd take you 4.5 years if you never stopped to breathe, basically. That's a long walk.
That is, man. Fucking hell. Hey, Fitbit, start sponsoring someone.
Yeah, right?
Jesus Christ, that's a lot. Which makes sense because they say that the Great Canadian Trail takes like 3.5 years to do.
It's not that great.
So, I really want to do that. I would love to do that.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
I would thoroughly enjoy myself. Fuck with some bears, some moose.
Oh, don't fuck with moose. They're bad.
Kill a couple of geese. That'd have a lot of fun. Actually, I'd kill a lot of candy geese. Fuck those things. Just saying.
Don't fuck with those
since
guys.
we're going
geese. Geese have 15 sounds that are unique to Canadian geese. They have 15 sounds that no other bird or animal make in the world. That was another one I saw today. You just said geese, and that reminded me. Yeah, so that's cool.
Interesting. Huh. Can't say I knew that. Can't say I cared, but can't say I knew. Pardon me. Since we are, going to be attempting the world record and all, I did find this one here that there's the world record for stuffing the most amount of drinking straws into your mouth.
No.
How many straws?
700.
No. 459.
Wow.
Yeah, it was set by, I'm not doing his name, he's from India, and he broke the record on August 28th of 2017.
Oh, Jesus, it's new. That seems like that would be an old record.
No, he just did it, but in order to officially break that record, he had to keep them in his mouth for at least 10 seconds.
Ooh, wow. That's going to suck.
Man. That guy could suck a lot of dick after that. Wow.
That's a lot of fucking straws.
A lot. I mean, if some random dude from India, you think that like Mick Jagger or Steven Tyler would be able to, slam the shit out of that record. They got big mouths.
Well,
that shit can unhinge pretty far.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. That's not one I would think it would even be a record. I don't know exactly why it is.
I'm assuming probably because the most cigarettes one became an unhealthy one, so they flipped it over to straws.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because that used to be one. So, this next one, I love it. I think this is just spectacular. In 2011, more than 1 in 3 divorce filings in the U.S. contain the word Facebook.
Really? That doesn't surprise me, actually.
Almost a half of all divorce filings in the U.S. contain the word Facebook in there somewhere.
Yeah, that actually makes a tremendous amount of sense.
Oh, man.
I would like to divorce Facebook if I could. But I don't think I can. I tried. I was off Facebook for 3 years. It was fantastic. And then with this podcast, I kind of had to get back onto it.
I never, like for me, for the most part, Facebook and Instagram, lately, I get on there just to argue with people, mainly just because it's fucking funny. But
it's very funny.
It certainly doesn't affect me in a negative fashion in the sense that I'm, I don't really get any facts from Facebook, so gives me stuff to talk about, but that's about the extent of it.
Even then, it's just funny stuff, really.
It's very true.
Not much to, not anything. Like I don't get news from Facebook and go, oh my God, I got to use this on the show.
So we've had multiple discussions about religion and everything else.
A few.
And we've also had the discussion about what came first, the chicken or the egg.
We have a whole episode devoted to that.
That's right. And I still stand I still stand absolutely firm in saying that the egg came first, because it would have been the first born actual chicken had to come from an egg in order for it to be a chicken.
I think it was the McNugget. I'm going with Nugget.
They didn't even start using chicken meat until like fucking 10 years ago.
Oh, who knows? Who knows what they were doing before McDonald's came along? I'm going with Nugget. Okay, first the chicken or the egg? I go with Nugget.
It goes the Nugget was first. Well, according to Genesis 1:20 to 1:20 or to 1:20 to 22, the chicken came before the egg. So this is what literally solidifies my proof that the egg came first, because anything the Bible says.
Because the Bible says it.
Right? But basically, in Genesis, the verse states that God created birds, not eggs.
And where did dinosaurs fit into that argument?
They never existed, didn't you know?
Well, then how do birds exist? Ha! Beat you, God.
Yeah, you got me on that one.
Not you. Not you. God.
God.
I'm not worried about you.
Did you know that tears actually contain endorphin?
I did know that because I drink my own for energy.
Well, the reason for that is, and this is why we cry to feel better. That's why we let those tears out. So, like, as you cry, that reduces a pain that you're going through or whatever it is, and it helps reduce it, and it does slightly improve your mood once you get the tears all out of you.
Huh. There you go. So, everyone, when I make you cry, you should be thanking me.
That's right.
You're welcome.
I'm so going to be using that line a lot now. So there's this phenomenal video. I believe I've spoken to you about this. It was a phenomenal video on YouTube of this guy who ends up doing an experiment with squirrels where he sets up it started off where he was trying to create like the ultimate or he was testing out all the squirrel-proof bird feeders. So he started doing this one, but then he started running this whole test, and what he did was he created this huge, elaborate gauntlet across his whole backyard to see would a squirrel be able to do this whole thing, and how long would it take, and sort of a bunch of other things. It's a great video. I highly recommend everybody watching it. It's a tremendous amount of fun because it's just I'm not going to give it, but it's really fun. But one thing it shows in there is it shows how smart and fast squirrels are. Like as they run through the track, like they get through, because each time they get through a section, as soon as they went through that section once, now they've already put it back to full memory. They just zing through it like nothing and on to the next section, right? So they learn really, really quickly. Well, what's funny about that is that, because you come off watch this video saying, well, fuck me, squirrels are actually pretty smart. Well, turns out that the squirrels that bury the nuts all over the place, they only recover about 26% of them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So they're not actually all that smart because they just pretty much forget where they put them all.
Yeah, that's not shocking to me. I never really thought they were smart. But that again, it's cool, but it's not shocking at all.
I thought that shit was kind of funny. Did you know that Dolly Parton once lost in a Dolly Parton lookalike contest?
I did know that. That one I
true.
knew. That is fucking hilarious to me. I love that.
Yeah, she entered a Dolly Parton themed drag queen contest, and she did her hair and makeup a little more dramatically. And not only did she lose, but she also received the least applause.
Wow, that's just awesome. She must have loved that too. She's a pretty funny lady.
Yeah. There's no doubt she probably poured that one with pride.
Pink Floyd used to walk around their audiences before concerts and see if anyone recognized them.
Yes,
nobody ever did.
No. Nobody ever paid attention to them when they were on stage. They're just watching the visuals, and everyone's fucked up on drugs.
Yeah, didn't they put a fake band up one time? Like they put five other dudes up there?
Yep. They absolutely did.
I would love to
back behind the screen and played.
I'd love to enter an Eric contest and see how I do. See if I'm very me. I don't know if I am anymore.
I probably wouldn't even recognize myself, so
it'd be pretty funny. We'll do an Eric and Gord contest one day. We'll enter and lose.
I've actually met my doppelganger.
I have not. I have one. I've never had the chance to meet him. Apparently, he knows about me though, because I've met friends of his.
No, my buddy Chris was up at a car show in town, and he called me. He's losing his fucking mind. He's like, he goes, I'm coming to pick you up right now. I'm like, what? What the hell's a big deal? He goes, no, seriously, just come on. I just met you. I'm like, what? So sure enough, I show up, and this is what was really freaky about this. The only one main difference between us is that he was maybe about 4 inches or 5 inches taller than me.
Oh, crazy.
Other than that, though, we had the same shoes, the same shorts, the same fucking T-shirt. Same style of fucking glasses